To ATB TV, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on Friday afternoon. Pete, we've had a busy week, 7 runners, which is quite a lot for us.
7 runners and some success.
A couple of winners.
Yeah, just might add, last couple of times we've been here, we've been sweating. We've actually got the heater on today.
Yeah, it's a bit cool.
3 days leading up, we've been between 10 and 14 degrees.
Hard to imagine down in Victoria, and Queensland's 37.
Yeah, so it's been a strange old summer, but it's good to see a bit of greenery.
Very green out there, Pete. The lawn will need mowing again.
Yeah, the lawnmower, she hasn't had a rest.
All right, mate, where do you want to go back to?
Well, we'll go back to last Friday. We thought we'd have a good week when we spoke last week, and we did with a couple of winners, but we kicked off with Yogi. Probably panned out a little bit what we thought with the slow pace, and it never suited him. And he might have been 1 or 2 home, but he wasn't far from the winner considering.
Yeah, I think we all knew halfway through the race we're in trouble when the Wallop pair led and stacked them up, and I think there was one sectional there of 13.2 or something. So when there's no speed on, it wouldn't matter what track he was raced at. He was never going to be able to pick him up, whether it was Flemington or Moonee Valley. So it's just the tempo of the race. But his last 800 was strong and got to the line well, and Karamar was pleased with the way he's come through the run and pulled up. And I guess now we just have to decide, that he's ready. What is his next assignment? Yeah. So tossing around, he could go to the Adelaide Cup on Monday the 9th, depending on track, how firm it is and how hot it is. There's an outside chance he could still go to the Auckland Cup on March 7. Once again, depends on the weather conditions down there, how firm the track is. And I guess the other option is we could just save him and send him up to Sydney, where we definitely know it's wet.
The backup's good because you're going to have 4 months for there in Sydney, and that's where he ended up last winter with mild success.
Yep.
Spoke to John Allen at Camperdown, and he said the horse went really good.
Yep.
Felt good and went good.
Yep, so just put a line through that run, don't stress. It's just tempo related, and sometimes in these stone races you don't get any tempo, and it may be the case in these 2 mile races, so he does need speed on.
Yep. Yeah, that's the go with Yogi, his tactical
He's
racing style.
Very one-dimensional.
Yeah. Saturday we had 2 runners, the half brothers, with contrasting results. We'll go to Serious Deal, who went to Morphettville in what looked a suitable race, but I think at the end of the day the horse was looking for further, quicker than what we thought. There was 1600 over there, and when they sprinted he was sort of left flat-footed. And, battled on okay. But
yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Once again, go over there thinking it's going to be easy, but it's pretty hard to go to Adelaide and win.
Yeah.
I think we see lots of horses going over every week and getting rolled, but on this occasion, this horse, I think Kamani apologised to the owners where he felt he got it wrong. 1600, yes, was too short, but once again it was a sit sprint affair, and you could just see that once they quickened, he was very much left flat-footed and looked a bit ordinary late. But
so you travelled up nicely from the one when the tempo was off, but it's the last bit of the race.
Once they kick, mate. And that's the way they race in a lot of these distance races. So some of these horses that get back and need tempo on, it does make it very hard, especially when they've got, haven't got top class ability. It becomes mathematically impossible to run home over the top of them, and we saw that. So I assume he'll get him out to 2,000 metres somewhere, and it'll be a different ball game.
And well, we think the horse is going better than last prep, so proof will be in the pudding when we get him out to 2,000, third up. He shouldn't be far from his full fitness. And
your favourite horse, Pete, he had no trouble with tempo?
Talk about direct, you talk about Yogi?
No.
No.
Your favourite horse?
No.
Serious Suspect?
I'm putting a comparison. When you talk about Yogi, who needs all the luck to go his way, Serious Suspect makes his own luck and lies it on the line, and it's up to everyone else to beat him, and that's exactly what happened last Saturday. A good win over 1200. He only just got there, but he never looked like losing it, if that makes sense. Yeah,
tactically it was a pretty smart effort by the whole team to come wide and find that fast lane 3/4 of the way out. As I said, Saab and Peter Ellis and Brad Ruula, they walked that track 4 or 5 times, And if you haven't seen that race, it is worth watching, because it's just interesting that those guys walked that track and found that fast lane, and no doubt all the riders back in the room saw them walking up and down the track and thought they might have been onto something.
I don't think they were convinced where they knew they were going to go though.
No, so when they jumped out, if you have a look, Serious Suspect and Brad go straight for a certain part of the track and go to the front, and then you can see probably 6 or 7 of the runners were going to go to the inside and went, oh, Brad's going up there, we better follow, and they changed course. And of course that fell right into our plans, because then they were wasting energy changing direction in behind us, and Brad was steaming along in a great rhythm, and he just went for him 300 out, and he hung on and got the job done. The second horse was a massive run, but that's its racing style, do nothing early, hit the line. But congratulations to all the owners of Serious Suspect. There's a big team there, and I think Saba San's a small trainer, very passionate, loves the horse, loves the game, and loves winning at Flemington. Very emotional after the race, and unfortunately we lost one of the part owners I think a couple of days before the race, so it meant a lot to everyone for that horse to get up and win, and he's taken his tally up to nearly 300,000 in prize money.
283 from 6 wins and 6 places.
So a very, very handy horse, and as you said, he makes his own luck and he sits on the speed, and because he only fell in by a little bit, a quarter of a length or so, he didn't get a rating increase, so he gets to go around the 90 again.
Oh no, he got 4 points.
Yeah, so he's still under the 90. So we thought he might have went over the 90, I meant to say. But, he gets to go around the 90
he
again.
He went up to his rating, so it gets a chance.
So, we might see him in the weekend after, and he'll be nominated for a couple of races, but I suspect he'll go back to the benchmark 90 and he'll be hard to beat again.
Talk about doing form. There was one smart ride, was the third horse, which was Linda, who actually had ridden the horse. Our horse. And knew that just putting a little bit of pressure on might have just, helped her. But what it did, it actually made our bugger fight on, I reckon, because he had that, if he's sitting there by himself, they can wander a bit. The other horses steamed home. I think 3 of the 4 behind us all ran, really quick last thousands. But I think Linda helped us. Because he loves a dogfight, we've seen it.
He's tough when he's in front, he doesn't like letting him get past. And if he can breathe and relax early, he's very hard to run down. So well done to everyone involved.
5 out of 6 times Brad's won on him. So
so he's the man, and I think that's a key factor for maybe going to the 90, that he'll get Brad's weight.
Yeah, carry the 60, which he's won with, albeit 78 level. But a great result. Sunday, went down to Colac Cup Day.
Did you?
I only went for the one race.
How was Colac Cup Day? Big crowd?
Looked like they had a good crowd. They were all on the other end of the drinking scale by the time I got there at 5 o'clock. Most had done their best work.
Done their best.
A healthy crowd. It was overcast, so it was real warm, not by that part of the day, but Penthouse Playboy was good. First up 2,000, John Allen ran 4th, only beaten 3.
Yeah, for a horse that hasn't raced for 14
months.
14 months since the Jericho of 2018. Not that he'd broken down or anything, he just had a series of really bad foot abscesses that kept him off the track, and got him close a couple of times and they burst out. But anyway, they've got him right, and great effort to get this horse to run well. First up over 2,000, credit to Karen Marr, David Eustace and his brother Declan Marr, which I think has probably done most of the work with the horse.
Deck loves the horse.
But to get him up and get him going over 2,000, he was right in the race, but you could just see he looked after him coming down the hill, and then they sprinted and he got left flat-footed, and then he just whacked to the line. Handy enough.
Had a good puff.
As I would after 14 months, but so today he's gone over the hurdles in a trial just to try and help clean his wind up. It's something that we've seen before. We had a horse a few years ago called Falago, and he was a hard horse to keep fit. And some of these older horses, you don't want to be galloping them all the time because you just wear their joints out, these heavy horses. So hurdle trials is a way to get them fit without doing a million miles of work.
They don't have to do it flat out.
No, so you can get them over the jumps, get them fit quicker without galloping. And Falago, he thrived on it. Every time he had a couple of hurdle trials, he'd come out and win. So we're hoping that'll be the case for Penthouse Playboy. So he can jump well. He may make a jumper one day, but at this stage, they've got a city race picked out for him, I think, Pete.
Yeah.
So, no, but it was a good run. It was good to see him back. He's a lovely horse. everyone around the stables loves him.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a pet up there.
The fact he can jump does help his training regime, as you said. It just gives him that more options to get him fit. And if he's loving it too, he's enjoying it.
I'm sure when he wins, Pete, his owners will love him again because he's cost a fortune in training fees.
Anyway, we've got him back on the right track, and like you said, we'll get some feedback of that jumping trial to the owners sometime later today.
Now, I didn't see you at Benalla.
A long way up to Benalla.
Where's Benalla, Pete?
It's just south of Brisbane, I think, isn't it?
Just out of Darwin.
I don't think I've ever had a result going there either. I remember a couple of seconds, but the horse that is knocking the door down, Darren, is Here to Fox, and I think Mitch's summary pre-race was spot on that.
Ran third.
If he's not winning, he's not going to be far away.
Ran third and was heavily backed, Pete.
A lot of money.
650 into 390, I noticed.
Because
I was quite interested because the trainer told us he probably needed this, and then to watch him get back into 390, it's kind of interesting how it works, isn't it? So I don't know whether the pros fall into him or whether they saw that jump out he had in between, or she had in between.
That jump out would make you want to get on.
Yeah, so anyway, they got their fingers
because Mitch is sort of, if the race was last week, he just thought that extra week, second up, might have just got away from it a little bit.
Yeah, and I think she's going super, but she just needs a little bit further. You could see she come off the bridle and was chasing and
13 and 14.
Done a great job, but 1200 is clearly too short.
Yep, I don't know, actually only got beaten 3/4 of length in the end, wasn't much.
No, but it was never going to win, was
she?
So I think 13-1400 next start she'll be right in there with the right right barrier.
Exactly. Yesterday you went to Warrnambool.
I did go down to Warrnambool.
With a lovely result.
Everyone thought I was up to something because I went to Warrnambool.
I love our commentary beforehand. We're trying to work out what can we do. The Mar horse was favourite. Can we run second to it? We'll take the Quinella.
Was it odds on?
What, $2.95 or something, or $2.25 it was.
Well, Caramar's beaten us plenty of times.
Yeah.
So it was quite good to get one back on them.
Well, it didn't ever run a place because we saluted $8.
Yes, I think 850. I noticed on the total it was 690 late.
It was a fluck from 9 to 750 before it went out to 8. So there was someone that was
had a little
smart enough, And look, it was a good strong win.
It was, and
good ride.
Well done to Daniel and Danita Bowman. That's their first win with the ATV, an ATV horse, which that's great. They were pretty excited. Daniel even come up with the owners and had a beer in the bar to celebrate his first ATV win. Danita was pretty happy.
I text the monkey off the back. It's only a little thing, and it's a maiden at Warrnambool, but it's that little added pressure you don't know, because they've had a couple of slow ones of ours, which...
They're all pretty much been second hand, haven't they?
3 second...
got a couple of brand new
tree.
They got a couple of nice young ones there now.
Millinery, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got a few second hand ones, but now they got a couple of first hand ones which are going well and not far off racing. So
and obviously Notebook was lightly raced, and
done a good job with it.
Yeah.
So she's unlucky because
I think it was we spoke about 2 races she probably couldn't win in hindsight. Now was that wet track at Hamilton.
Done the end of the wet.
And
probably had 3 wet tracks in January. And got told to take it to 1700 by a jockey who will remain nameless, and that was the wrong advice.
Daniel didn't leave him nameless when he was interviewed. So Jack Hill told me to go to 1700,
and that was wrong.
So we now named him.
Yeah, back to 14 and back on top of the ground, and she won by a couple of lengths and still looked green, running around a bit. Got to the front, had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
But put them away and looked good the last 100. So.
And a little freshen too. Maybe she might be a 3-week between type horse because she's a big horse, isn't she?
She's a lovely big mare.
Yeah.
So no, that won't be the last race she wins, and. Very pleased to see Daniel and Danita. I've known Danita since, I reckon she was 14 when she sent me an email and asked me could she get our newsletter.
Oh, there you go.
When she was at school, so her destiny was
that's
in concrete 20 years ago.
You don't mention ladies' ages, but that'd be 16 years ago, roughly.
I reckon it'd be more than 20.
Well, there you go.
And for those that don't know, Danita Bowman is a niece of Darren Weir.
Yep.
She done me a big favour one day, Pete, which might be the reason I'm still about.
Yeah, that's a story
that's another day.
Another story, yeah.
She did me a massive favour and probably saved my life that day.
Yep.
Anyway, so they've got
office lady extraordinaire.
Very good friends of ours. So I was particularly happy that they got a winner for us, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come.
No, exactly. That night,
Didn't see you packing them.
I did offer to go. Actually, if I went up, I would have been mildly excited at the 200 or 250. Good ride, Brett Preble.
This is Angel Lass.
Angel Lass ran fourth beat 2.2. Followed the 5, which is $1.75. She sprinted to, I don't know, within half a length. Nearly, and I'm thinking, oh, righto. And that was it. She gave out a length and a half to the winner in the last 150. And Preble did make the comment that she just went for 150 and then...
She got a short sprint.
Yeah. So it tells you a story, yeah, that, well, yeah, you can save it for the last 150, but I think we're just going to come back to races.
Well, that was a 70.
No, but I mean, maybe the sales and that where she won to get some confidence back in her, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I think...
she's ran well.
She's okay, but that's a grade. You know, she's a 70 rated. That was a fillies and mares, so whether that's a disadvantage getting the higher weight, whether she's better off in an open 70 where she can get in at 54.
Yeah, I just
she's not very big.
Strong.
She's not very big.
Pakenham race is really strong because of the track. It's a real good track.
The winner's obviously a fair horse. Did a lot wrong. If it went straight and had blinkers, probably wins by 6. Yeah. But I think, look, I know that's a stronger provincial, but I think at the end of the day, she's a benchmark 70.
Fillies and mares where she is.
Maybe better with a bit of weight relief because she's not tall.
No.
She actually hasn't grown a great deal since she was a yearling, and she did look small there in the head on. And 56 to her is probably like Karen's 60.
Yeah.
So look, she's around the mark without winning. Her first up run was super, unlucky not to win. Her second up run, well, she was a victim of a very firm track, but she got everything last night, the softish track, but just couldn't get the job done. So I know she did cover a little bit more ground than the others, but at the end of the day, you just keep making excuses. But I
then,
think
you know,
she's a horse that will certainly have to review her situation at the end of this prep.
She followed the winner that was 3 wide without cover, so I mean, you know. Anyway.
We'll have to review it at the end of this
She wasn't beaten 6, she's beaten 2.2.
She might be better on a flatter track.
Could be.
Where she's not running uphill in the straight, carrying 56, it feels like 60. How do you go running uphill?
Don't anymore.
You don't?
No.
Giving it away?
Roll downhill.
Roll downhill. Normally on a Saturday night.
No, it's all finished.
That's finished, jeez.
So there we go, Darren.
The Morgani life's exciting.
Yeah, not really.
No?
Take Yogi and Serious Deal out who potentially have excuses, and our other 5 have all ran really well.
Yeah, they're all in the money.
2 fourths. And
in the money.
Yeah, that's it. So upcoming runners.
Right.
They're all Sunday.
All Sunday.
We'll go north.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Ballarat to watch 3 of them.
Yep.
The one we'll talk about first is at the Sunshine Coast, where the gods are with us, because we've had Barry 1 and had to scratch.
No, have we?
We have.
Didn't they call him off?
Yeah, or whatever. Sorry, not scratch.
We had about 4 million inches of rain.
Yeah. Anyway.
The whole state's been underwater, Pete. The dams are overflowing. Why would you race a horse in Queensland?
The ocean's overflowing.
It's a disaster.
That's how wet it is.
It is a disaster. How long since this fillies race?
Oh, a month, is it?
6 weeks, probably.
Oh, it's a while. Anyway, he's found a fillies and mares race. He's found a 1400. We go to the Sunshine Coast with a big track. We've got Barry 1. No excuse.
Probably won't be fit enough. Hadn't raced for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's coming up first up.
Damien Batters.
The only thing is, I don't know where he got the jockey from.
Sean McCormack?
Sean Cormack.
I saw he rode a winner at Doomben during the week, and he rode one at Eagle Farm last weekend.
Cormack sounds Irish.
Someone said to me, where'd you find this bloke? And pulled up the stats. I think he's rode 5 winners out of his last 12 rides.
He might be on the go then.
So I don't know where I think he's ridden work there, but I don't know what happened with Larry Cassidy. Something happened there between Batters and Cassidy.
Bust up.
Yeah, I think that marriage is over. Just between us, Pete. But Batters, I don't know. What's he going to do? What's going to go wrong this time? Oh, blinkers on first time, I think.
Well,
trial with blinkers. Did you see the trial?
Yeah, I know. It blew away, didn't it?
Blew him away.
Didn't it? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, 1 by 4, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or he might have pulled it up late.
So, I mean, that's the clean head you probably want going into this race. 5 days later, Barry 1. Box seats, Darren. Box seats.
She's an I'm Invincible mare with a super pedigree. She wins a race, she's worth a lot of money as a broodmare. He's got one job to do, win a maiden. And a year later,
he's still going.
Between running into a superstar first up and just getting beat, bad gates, bad rides and floods.
Yeah, and now we've got everything.
So
all the boxes are ticked.
I reckon if I was a gambler and I was at the casino, this would be like the last roll of the dice.
All you've
And I'd
got
be pulling up
all you've
stakes.
got is half a scotch and a $50 note. All in.
I don't know about you, but I ain't got a $10 note.
I found the
Anyway, she gets a chance. It's not a strong race. I worry about her fitness a bit, but she'd want to be winning this, Damien.
Here we go.
No pressure.
So I don't
Does
know.
he watch this?
He might be. Now he's thinking that he's got all the planets aligned to see what we say.
Probably.
He might want to watch it next week.
He mustn't be going too good because I'm going to have to send him up a disposable razor in the mail.
Well, not Saab's second-hand one.
Plus he could do with a pair of shoes on his feet.
Fair dinkum. Oh, Saab had another winner too. Well done, Saab at stall
He
on
did.
Tuesday. Now,
That
clean
might be
shaven.
Wednesday.
Wednesday was it? Clean shaven. Saturday clean shaven. Wednesday looked like he had a beard. By hell, he can grow a beard in a hurry, Savi.
Kenny, what are you saying?
thought it must have been a twin that hadn't had a shave for 6 weeks.
You're a bit excited about that.
What's that? No, it's just, I just thought, geez, is that the same bloke or are we watching a replay? Anyway, well done, Saab. The other horses all ran well as well.
Does he watch this?
Probably not.
Hope not.
He knows how silly we are.
Right.
Sunday, where I will be at Ballarat,
3 runners.
and apparently it's meant to be a bit warmer than the 14 it is now.
30.
Yep, which
It's
is
hard to
good.
believe it's going to be 30.
It is hard to believe. We have 2 in the one race, and we have My Shiny Choice and Write Your Name in a 1400 metre benchmark 78. Yendel on My Shiny Choice, Jordan Charles on Write Your Name.
So some of the owners are in both those horses.
Some are in both.
And texted me and said, which one do I watch? I said, what's the problem? You got 2 eyes.
Watch them both. The drawn 4 and 6, I can't imagine.
Who leads?
I reckon they'll be outside each other.
Taking each other on?
No, I think
Or just
behind.
blocking? Who's blocking?
Well, from 4 and 6, you'd expect that My Shiny Choice would be outside Write Your Name.
We haven't raced on this track for a while, have we?
I got a feeling Write Your Name be outside the leader, maybe, and
Okay.
My Shiny Choice following him.
Now, one's $4 and one's $20.
One's 26, one's 440.
Right, your name's $4.40. Now, he's been disappointing. but
Potentially, he's the one.
He's been a bit disappointing, hasn't he?
A bit Jekyll and Hyde-ish, as we know.
We think it's a hard tracks. He's a big horse. We think we know he's feeling his knees a bit, but
Yeah.
got a bit of wear and tear. But he went down to the Water Walker and actually been really happy with his action since he come back. But he's probably a horse that just doesn't appreciate the real firm going. So he won't be getting that on Sunday. So I don't, his action's good. He's been to the Water Walker. He gets a nice track. He's on his home track. Doesn't have to travel anywhere.
Has one there.
Got Jay Childs on, who I think he's ridden 1 winner this year, hasn't he?
Only 6 weeks in.
Yeah, I think he's got one. So there'd be no excuses for him. He'd want to be running well.
Track would be perfect for him. Yeah, no, I agree. It's
Wanna
just
be
a
running
matter of if he runs up to the Caulfield second.
2 big horses, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I reckon they weigh 1.1 tonne between
Yeah,
them.
well
One to be 500, one to be 600.
well they are big.
Big horses. So the other bloke, My Shiny Choice, he's been terrific. He loves living at Waterloo.
He's almost a different horse, but I think it's the seaside change, which was why we wanted to go down there.
Yeah.
It's really worked
Just
for him.
living outside.
He was probably, we've mentioned that he might just need to go a little earlier at Sandown, but
Yeah.
you got the right man on to go at the 600 this time, Yendel.
Yendel.
It's his go.
He hasn't run a winner for a while, has he?
Not for us. I don't know.
What was the last winner he rode for us? Oh, he's had 3 seconds on Igniter. We keep putting him on.
Yeah. You keep telling him he's too old. His younger days he would have got a name.
I just say, in your prime, over the line, Yendel.
What about the last winner?
No, you can work that out and put it up on a text if you like. So what are we thinking about My Shiny Choice?
Matty reckons it's an each way chance.
Each way chance. So that means
Top 3 chance, he said.
how many in the field?
Oh,
Is it a big field?
dozen, I suppose.
Dozen. As he goes for the phone, done his research well. That's
Well,
okay.
I'd be worried about our horses.
He's our horse.
No, I mean, I wasn't worried about how many they run against.
Well,
11.
Trainer says
Nearly
what
12.
price is he there?
26.
Gee, they don't rate him, do they?
The Derby favourite from last year is favourite and it's first up.
What price is it?
Thought of that's 270.
270. Is that Amara and Eustace?
Yeah, first up over 4.
I reckon all their horses come up $3 under.
Yeah, I reckon it's unders.
Yeah? I'm going to ask you a serious question in a minute about
And
who
the
wins
rest
the
can't
Blue
win.
Diamond, so you better pull that up if you haven't looked at the field.
Oh no, I've got my selection.
Oh, good.
So anyway, I expect.
So write your name, we'd be expecting to be right in the finish, and we'd be hoping My Shiny Choice can run a place. Would that be fair to
I
say?
don't think it'd be too much between them.
You don't? All right. How far will be the margin between them?
A couple of links.
2 lengths?
And I reckon hopefully a win and maybe a third or fourth.
Okay, 2 lengths Pete says. So he's got write
Couple
your
lengths.
name in front of My Shiny Choice. Adele,
There's
Roger.
two.
There's quite a few that have got both.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the weight differential. I think it's about 2.5.
Who's got more weight?
Right, you know.
How's he?
57.
I don't think way to worry those horses. They're so
57
big.
and 55.
They're such big horses.
Yeah.
Shouldn't worry.
Anyway, that's right, you know, over My Shiny
Match
Choice.
race. ATB match race.
We've
So
had
one
it
have the
before.
white cap, will it, or a red cap or something?
Yeah, well, they do work that out. They just work it out.
I think the highest number gets the normal colours.
Right, so right, you know.
Right, the name will have the good colours, the other one will have a substituted cap.
Yep. That
Good
should
luck.
be, should be blue for us, shouldn't it?
I reckon,
Seems.
there'll be a few owners taking the Cornella.
Yeah, I'd be.
Or one of those bets you take, you know.
What are they losing bets? That's the ones I take.
Well, those ones where,
It'll be-
you know, first 4 and you throw them in and rove it or whatever
Ah,
you do.
yeah, roving
For
banker.
1,000 or something?
Nah, for 1,000 to win 1,000.
Hey? To win 1,000, is that what you do?
Be $100 Cornella.
If it got up,
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be $26 and 4?
that's 100. No,
$80
it'd be half
bucks.
that, 50 I reckon. But I reckon if you took a first 4 with those 2 in,
Yep.
how much would that cost?
I don't know, with 11. Oh, I've got no idea.
I don't know how to work
I'm
it
gonna
out.
work it out.
Where's Hexter when
You
I
talk
need
about Igniter in the next
Oh,
2,000 metre race.
Right,
while
this
I
could be
work
a
it
very
out.
long episode while he works it out. We'll see him doing his best work here. Right, so we've got Igniter in the following the race. Now, this is a heat of a series. So you need to run in a heat to get into the final, which is run, I think, All-Star Mile Day.
Yep.
It's a Vobis race worth a couple of $100,000. So all the horses that go there have to run in a heat to get some points. So you need to run top 2. So we thought we could just go to Ballarat and get the points, but the horse that beat us at Sandown, which is an import, looks pretty smart, had the same idea.
Grand Promenade or something.
Yeah, Grand Promenade.
How does that work?
Well, unfortunately I bought him as a foal, so he's Vobis Gold, so that makes it a bit ordinary. He's $2.10 and we're about $6.50.
Yeah.
650?
Yeah.
So can Igniter make it 4
$6.
seconds in a row?
I reckon he's a good even money chance.
Can we take even money second? Will the bookie let you on for that?
Probably not. But
Quinella.
look, we're drawing 10, which is shit again, but we're just going to roll forward. We
Well,
make
that,
our own
the other
luck.
horse will be behind us.
Yeah, we make our own luck.
Yandel rides it. He won't muck around.
He'd be just thinking, I'm just going to have to
He'll get.
push
I
the
know
button 50 metres earlier or 50 metres later.
He'll jump. He'll have a look, and he'll go to the lead.
Yeah.
Then he'll try and stack them up,
Yeah.
and then he'll try and make a run
I just wonder whether you'll stack them up for a bit longer.
at Ballarat. I don't know. 2000. Is this a new start? Can't remember Ballarat running
No, they used to
2000
be
on the old
2200,
track.
didn't
Yeah,
they?
they didn't. So this is a new. This must be
So
a
they
new
must start
start.
close to the post.
I'm not sure how it works, but you'll know.
Well, no, when I
You'll
get
suss
there.
it out, and it'll
Yeah,
be
it'd be an
interesting.
interesting one because Dean, I
Because
think we're-
Ballarat does favour on speed,
yeah.
right? So it does favour on speed horses more than most tracks.
Do you know where I would have been a lot more confident was the old Ballarat track with the dip?
I'd be confident if we drew one.
The good jockeys used to bang out of the dip.
Mate, if we could draw one and the other one had to draw 19, that'll be handy.
I was just that first 4 thing. If you rove the 2 of them with the fields for $50, for example,
To spend 50.
yeah,
What
you've
percentage
about,
you get?
About 6%.
Right.
So you want a divvy, but you
So
want
that'll
my
buy
shot.
five-
Sure,
if you
sure.
want- So it's $800 if you want to
Yeah, I think
get it for a full
yeah,
unit.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to pay that, is it?
No, we might.
That's a
just,
dumb bet.
we might just have 50 on the Quinella.
That's a dumb bet, Pete.
50 on the Quinella will net us 2.5.
So what do you think, Igniter?
Oh, look,
It's going to be out of him in the favourite.
that
It's going to be
favourite
hard.
was pretty soft on the line. He had the chasers. I don't.
Is there any chance Mara and Eustace can scratch that horse?
Well, I reckon it's following the same path of the same grand final, so I don't think so.
Bugger. Anyway, we're there. We're going to have a crack.
Look, if we run second to it, form's been terrific, but
I don't think the owners will think that.
no, I know. What do you do?
There's a big difference between first and second.
Was it 2,000 at Sandown, the last run?
No, it was 2100.
So it's
Back home.
So there's not even
But
any.
it gives it less time to catch us.
Weight differential will be our weight.
Won't matter. Won't matter.
I'll try looking for a little angle.
I think it has got an extra kilo and a half.
Yeah, it'd have to.
But it's probably fitter too. Because it had a big blow.
It's 1-3 in a row. It's hard to win 4 in a row.
Something's got to go wrong, Pete.
Although
Well, they had two odds
it's
on
saying
favourites
that-
get beat yesterday.
It might win 4 in a row. We might have 4 in a row.
We might be sitting here next year. That thing's a Group 1 winner.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Champs-Élysées.
we got a very fit horse with a jockey that will lend us to giving us every chance.
And we'll be
out
hoping,
front.
we'll be hoping like hell
And-
for a miracle.
Yeah,
Miracles happen.
can. Anyway, we'll fingers crossed. But yeah,
All right,
that's
so
it.
that's our 4 runners for
No-
Sunday, and
no
then
run-
nothing for the rest of the week, guys. at this
No
point.
racing Monday and then Tuesday.
Road to
nothing.
Fame must be in somewhere. I haven't seen it.
It's been nominated a lot of
There
times.
goes your phone. There you have a silent button.
No, I've just.
Can't work silent. Technology.
So yeah, so nothing up until Wednesday at least.
Right,
Thursday up at least. I went to the trials, we had some nice trialers.
Where'd you go?
Camperdown.
Camperdown.
Street Baby trialled well.
Who trains?
Daniel Bowman, the man of the moment.
It hasn't started. It's what is it? Unraced.
Unraced Street Boss 3-year-old filly.
Ran second horses, won a few.
Yeah, I had to look that up again. I can't remember the name, but Grange and Zan was one of our 7, and the thing that ran third is.
So it's going all right.
Yeah, the thing that ran second on debut at Geelong. So handy trial form. Arrowhead, I think Daniel mentioned,
Yep.
which I think is early next month, March the 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, right.
So still 10 days.
Yep.
Actually, I think it's Friday fortnight, today fortnight.
Yep.
So that's good to see her there. I think she's improved each trial is what you want to see.
Going well. Anyone else try?
I went to Avoca.
Only had the one at Camberdown.
Yeah, Chippewa Square, the Jackalbury.
How
I
do you
get
say
that
that?
right. Chippewa Square. He's a big raw bone bugger, but
Well, Jackalbury, obviously.
yeah, 3 wide the trip and just
First up trial.
wasn't asked to do anything, but got to the line nicely.
Need 2 more trials at least.
Yep, Madam Mischief, the Turfontaine.
2-year-old filly,
Yeah,
Archie Alexander.
yeah, funny. I think I was telling you, it was funny. The Marmob had horses in that trial. Straight after the trial, Mr. Eustace looked at Archie and said, "Oh, what was yours?" They won the trial. And Archie
We
said,
ran second.
Yeah, and Archie goes, "God, do you think with all the horses they got, they're just worried about theirs, worried about ours?"
Tell 'em
So there was
nothing.
a bit of banter, so
Tell
we
'em
told them nothing. So it's a good gauge when they're looking and asking what yours is that ran second, because they got an opinion of
She's
theirs.
going to races, isn't she?
Yeah,
So we'll have a 2-year-old filly running in the next fortnight somewhere.
I think there was a Ballarat race. I just can't remember, but she's ready to go to the races.
She's
and
a Turfontaine
she,
2-year-old.
she hasn't surprised Archie, but she's improved. Her race day or trial day manners have been a lot better than her manners at home.
She
apparently.
surprised me, Pete, I can tell you. She is a very hot little young lady on the ground.
Red-headed lady.
Well, trying to catch her or do anything with her.
And the other one that trialled was, help you, Darren.
The grey horse.
Oh, it's Crackerjack Lady. Now, when you have horses have their first prep, you know they've got to improve a bit. You'd love to see them go back and improve. Well,
She had one start and went out, didn't she?
yeah, and
Got flogged.
to be fair, it was the old tough love who'll send you to the races anyway.
Give you a day out.
She trialled really well yesterday at her first trial under a hole, but she wanted to, like Harry said, if I let her go, she wins the trial.
Well, Harry came up to me at the Warrnambool races and said, I tried one of yours today and it goes pretty damn
So
good.
there you go. And
I
they
said,
trialled.
what colour was it? He goes, grey.
It was only on one, so look, you know, and I think it's the hardest thing to explain to owners sometimes is you need to educate them and just get them through the whole phase, and then you hope that they then develop with time.
Oh, look, most of them do.
Yeah, and you know, here's
I
a
think
great example.
I think often we've seen over the years that horses will be immature and
Yeah.
haven't worked it all out, and you'll trial them up and they'll look okay.
Yeah,
And then Darren Wheel's a great believer in
Social
it.
Spin's a great example.
Take them to the races, give them one day at the races,
Yeah,
and put them away, bring them back, and they just improve. If you don't go and do that, then the next prep you take to the races,
you
and
start,
they know nothing,
start again.
and then you're almost like a prep behind again.
Yeah.
So it's good to
Yeah.
get that out of the
Yeah.
way, and then let them improve, and they go there ready. So we've seen that.
Yeah,
we saw it with social
numerous
spin.
times. Yeah.
Flying Hula was the first one I was involved with, where Darren said, look, and I think Archie might have taken one. Maisie Motion did the same thing.
Yeah.
Give it what we call
Yeah,
a harden up run.
we went to Donald. She was like a whippet.
Yeah, we'll give them a harden up run and put them out and let them
A lot of the ones,
develop.
you don't see at race day, but I'll refer back to Weir. I probably shouldn't trial it, but I'm going to trial it. It needs to go to the paddock, but trial it.
Just educate it.
Go home and eat the feed bin now because they'll be hurting a bit, and it brings them on. So
do you think racing hurts?
No, not hurts. You know what it's like. You have a hard game of footy, all you want to do is have a lot of beers.
Do you? I just want to lay down.
It teaches them to eat because they know if they eat, it helps them.
It's part of the game, isn't it? They've got to be match fit, Pete.
Yeah.
Match fit.
Horses are made. There's a lot of got natural ability, but you got to harness that. And there's others that you need to get the ability out.
I think sprinters, push button, jump and run, but middle distance and stayers.
If Madam Mischief was a stayer, she would be in and out for another couple of preps. But the fact she can jump on the bunny and run, the little bits and pieces that are probably annoying, you put up with.
Great segue.
Yeah, we're going good today.
Great segue into the Meadows on Wednesday.
I forgot about that.
Hey?
What happened?
927, Liz's dog.
You win again?
In the semi-finals. First corner.
Oh, no.
Dog in front of it falls over again. Liz's dog jumps it, goes 28 wide and runs second last.
So it did get over the fallen dog. If you feel like Peter, what's this? No, Steve Bradbury? Because everything's fallen over in front of it at the moment.
Same place. Dog in front of it. Got the skids, checked it out of the race.
So that was the same track, the Meadow. So
same result, except this time I think the winner was $1.10.
Yeah, I heard him talking about it. I forgot about the race.
Yeah, so we didn't go to the Meadows, luckily. We had parades here, Pete, which is another segue into what's happening here at the farm. But the Inglis sales are upon us. So on Monday we take our 6 yearlings down to Oaklands on Monday, and they'll spend the whole week there being paraded for all the buyers and agents and trainers and everyone else from Monday through to Saturday, and then Sunday the sale starts. So Sunday week, March 1. Now, if you've never been and you want to go, everyone's welcome. The complex is at Oaklands, which is near Tullamarine, at the Inglis complex there. It's pretty easy to find.
I've actually mailed out an invite to everyone.
Okay, so Pete sent out an invite. We're having a bit of an ATB afternoon next Friday, prior to the sale.
Starting the weekend a bit earlier.
Yep, so if you can get out of work or you're not working and you want to come down to the precinct, and we're going to parade our 6 horses for our clients, and then we're going to have a drink. And we can have a chat about what goes on and how it all works and what we expect to happen with these 6 yearlings. So we're hoping they'll all get sold and make good money for their breeders. And then some of them we might race with their new buyers, and we might invite you to get involved as well, particularly in the fillies. So there's 3 fillies and 3 colts, and if you can get along next Friday afternoon, please do. We'd look forward to seeing you there. But the sales are strong, and it's a good place to go. So we've had trainers out here all week and agents looking at them, and we've had every day we've had inspections. And we've updated their photos on the website if you want to go in and have a look, or you can go into the William Inglis site, Melbourne Premier, and you can search our breeding company, Esker Lodge, and our 6 will come up.
Up under them, yeah.
And you can have a look there. So, but look, if you want to come down next Friday afternoon, just RSVP to Peter by Tuesday, and we'll be down there on Friday afternoon, 2:30 for a 3 o'clock parade, which won't take long, 40 minutes, then we can have a cold one.
From a novice's point of view, a few years ago, it's a fascinating place.
It's completely different than anything you've seen.
Absolutely.
So if you've only been involved in racing and you wonder what all this breeding and yearling sales is about, and once again, you can go down on Sunday if you're free and you're inclined to, but Sunday week I'm talking about, and have a look at the sales in action and watch how they spend a couple of $100,000 every 30 seconds. So the horse is in the ring for 2 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so they sell 30 an hour. And they just go bang, 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 200 grand. Bang, 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 150, and away it goes.
Great complex, and you'd really enjoy it if you got a chance to get there,
So we might see a few of you there next Friday. So we'll look forward to that.
Not much more, Darren.
I think we're done, Pete.
You've got an inspection this week. speak
Yes.
here shortly. I've got to go and pick up the kids.
Simon Wild's coming out to do his inspection Friday afternoon.
It's great because we're getting a few trainers we've known for ages and they're getting involved.
A lot of
it's
our
actually-
trainers have been through the door, and we've made a note of the ones that haven't bothered.
Yeah, down
A couple of cranberry ones haven't shown up.
the bottom of the ladder.
They were on notice.
It was good. We had what was it?
Shay Eden come up,
Yeah,
2.5 hour drive each way.
young chap McAvoy, first visit.
Calvin McAvoy,
Yeah.
David Eustace,
Apparently the boys were saying that
Archie Alexander.
they were
Mitch
telling
Freeman.
Calvin McAvoy that he reckon this is cold way for July, so he's not too keen on coming here.
I think they were saying to him this is as hot as it gets in Ballarat in summer, about 18.
Because they're not far away. Within 6 months they'll be set up. I think.
Stable will be open in November,
Yeah, there you go. 8 months.
and we'll have one ATV horse in there, I reckon.
Yep.
All right, well, until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti. Have a great weekend, and let's hope we can get a winner.